Namaste. This class is about connection and establishing deeper connection, because good connections help us create positive relationships, which in turn give joy and meaning and value to life. So yoga provides a methodology to deepen the connection between body, mind, and spirit, so that we can create these positive relationships within us and with others. Muladhara chakra resides at the base of the spine and represents our strongest connection to embodied life. Mula Bandha is a tool that will strengthen your connection to your source of creation. It creates an energetic seal that locks prana into the body, preventing it from leaking out at the base of the spine. Mula Bandha is said to move prana into the central channel called sushumna, which is the subtle equivalent of the spine. So yoga, the word means union. This is what we're attempting, this union of body, mind, and spirit. And as we move and practice, we're going to be connecting our movement with our breath. So let's take some centering breaths to get into the spirit of connection. And sit up tall, roll the shoulders back, and ground down through the sitting bones by creating muscular energy through the core of the abdomen and the pelvis. Inhale to increase your sense of connection, trust, and union. The root chakra, located at the base of the spine, has a seed mantra associated with it, and that sound is Lam. So I'd like for you, on your exhalation, to mentally think of the sound Lam as you tighten the perineum, the muscle between the anus and the genitals. And then relax on the inhalation, filling the lungs to their normal capacity. Beginning the exhalation, start to tighten through that pelvic floor muscle. Lam. And just continue this pulsation, synchronizing, connecting the mantra, the mudra, the bandha. I didn't give you a mudra, sorry. I went one step farther there. All right.
I was going, I missed it.
No mudra yet. Now, please recline onto your back, lift up the knees, and we'll continue working here with this bandha. It's a little simpler or more accessible when we're on our back. We're not trying to sit up. And these muscles are more relaxed on the inhalation. And as you're starting to exhale, we're again tightening the pelvic floor muscles, the lower abdomen, and engaging this root lock called Mula Bandha. And then letting those muscles relax and the lungs fill naturally to inhale to your capacity. And exhaling, reapplying Mula Bandha. You don't have to clench the entire buttocks. This is a smaller area. To tone and lift. Alright. Now, you're going to come all the way up to standing and begin Agni Sara. Separate the feet, hip distance or wider, with the hands resting on the knees. Agni means fire, so this is going to warm us up as we continue to work through these pelvic floor muscles, the abdominal muscles, and each inhalation let the belly relax, the lungs fill naturally, and as you're exhaling, begin tightening the navel, lifting the pelvic floor and lengthening the tailbone. Starting from the pelvic floor and working your way up through the abdominal muscles until you're lifting the navel up and under the rib cage. And then relaxing totally on the inhale. And starting again with Mula Bandha as you exhale. And even pulling the navel in Uddiyana Bandha. As you finish the exhale, relax Uddiyana Bandha. And then Mula Bandha at the base of the spine, relax. So there's a progressive wave of contraction starting at the perineum and finishing at the navel. Okay, now come all the way up to stand. Let's shake this out a little bit. Bring the arms up on the inhalation and down to the sides on the exhalation. And repeating up on the inhale and down to the exhale. Once more with the hands lifting, interlace the fingers, press the palms up. And draw the shoulder blades down so you're still grounding into the core, making that connection of the shoulder blades onto the back, the navel to the spine, the muscles connecting to the bones. Now twist to the left. And keep stretching down through the right hip, pressing the right foot down so you can root into the earth. Make that connection and grow and lengthen the right side of the body. And come back to the center, interlace hands behind the head and look up, tilting the head back, pressing the hips forward. And inhale, lift up, raise the arms, turn the palms up, twist to the right. And keep pressing down through the left hip and the left foot. And then return the hands behind the head as you come back to the center. And lift up the heart. Arch back. Nice little back bend. Firm the buttocks. Press down through the heels. And lift the head up with the hands and bring the chin forward to the chest. Exhale, elbows wrapping forward around the head. Then inhale, open the elbows and lift the chin up. Arch back. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale, lifting up. And come back to the center, still hands by the head. Tilt to the left side and look up towards the right elbow. Come up with an inhale and switch to the next side. Lift the left elbow, turn to look up, and keep pressing down through the right foot. Now lift up to the center, release the arms, and just swing gently side to side. Good, you're looking great. Alright, now we're going to squat down. So you can use hands on the knees, elbows on the knees, or fingertips on the floor if that works. Lifting the heels. Inhale to squat, then exhale and straighten the knees, fold forward. Inhale back to your squat, and exhale to a forward bend. At your own pace, we're continuing this flow, connecting the breath and the movement. Okay, now return to that deep squat with the heels lifted, balanced on the balls of the feet. How's our balance today? We're talking about that. Try lifting the hands off the floor, pressing the palms together. So probably just on the balls of the feet to balance, like tiptoe pose. All right, here we are. Come like a thunderbolt, lifting the arms parallel to the ears. Keep leaning a little bit forward for balance. Now stand up on the balls of the feet. And lower the heels down. Good, come on down to chair. Let's come right down. Feel a little heat here. And rest the hands down, walk the feet back. Here, I'll turn this way. This way different. And come to table pose. Okay. Now, bring the hips forward, rolling down like a red carpet until the chin comes to the mat. Slide the elbows forward so the elbows are under the shoulders. And then pull back through the shoulder blades, lengthen the back of the neck, and then rock the heels side to side. So hips moving, pelvis rocking. Okay. And slide the hands back under the shoulders, cobra pose. Lifting the chest. And if you want a little more rocking, hips, twisting side to side. And push up to table. And press the hips back to the heels, back into child's pose. Using that bija, that seed mantra, Lam, as you exhale, to melt down deeper, connect more fully. Now, hopefully, your head reaches the floor or onto a blanket. If you need a little extra height and padding, put a blanket under the head. And then lift the hips into rabbit pose, rocking forward onto the crown of the head and gently stretching the back of the neck. On the inhalation, lower the hips again to the heels. So there's a gentle rocking motion back and forth across the crown of the head to the forehead. And you're controlling how much weight's there. And lower the hips towards the heels, keeping the forehead on the floor. And then turn the head from side to side, massaging across the brow and the temples. Not easy with eyeglasses, I grant you. All right. Coming up to table pose. But you get a cranial massage out of it, which is fun. Okay, we're going to go ahead and walk the feet forward. Roll the back up. Lift the arms. And joining the palms together into that union, that connection. Draw them down the center line to the heart. And bow the head to the heart, making that connection as well. Mind and heart as one. And release the arms. 4. Vinyasa, fearless heart, namaskar. Inhale, lift up, arch back. And exhale, swan dive forward. Bend the knees, step the right foot back, and lower the right knee down. Wait until you're in position. The left foot forward, the right knee back. And then engage, make that connection through the core, down through the legs, and then raise the arms in Anjaneyasana. So, connecting the breath with the pose. So there's a sense of expansion to the periphery on the inhalation, and contraction into the core on the exhalation. Great, looking good. Bring hands down to the mat and step the left foot back to downward facing dog. Take 3 complete breaths. And the next inhale, bring the shoulders forward over the wrists in high plank. Exhale, lower the knees, the hips, and the chest to roll forward, chin down. And with your inhale, curl the chest up, cobra pose. Good. And lowering. And the next inhale, push up to table pose. Press back to downward dog. Exhale. Then inhale, step the right foot forward and lower the left knee. Ground down through the legs with strength. And then, if you're ready, lift the arms. Fabulous. Lower the hands down. Inhale, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Then exhale and fold head to toes. Inhale, lift all the way up, stretch arms over the head. And exhale, hands to the heart, bowing the head. Anjali Mudra. Here's our mudra. The right and left sides joining together equally. Now, let's initiate that vinyasa on the second side. Inhale, sweep up with the arms, arch back. Then exhale, swan dive, coming down. Step the left foot back and lower the left knee. When the legs are stable, you've got that connection to the earth, then you can grow and raise the arms and connect the breath to the pose. Awesome. Lower the hands down. Now step the right foot back to downward dog. Take 3 complete breaths. And then Next, inhale, bring the shoulders forward, high plank. And exhale, knees down, hips, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra pose. Have a little fun with that cobra if you like. Sort of, if you're in slithering house, I guess you're gonna do some. Come down, relax. Now inhale, push up to table, curl the toes under, and press back to downward dog. Now step the left foot forward, lower the right knee down, and inhale, the arms will lift up. So you can take as many breaths as you need. And lower the hands down. Exhale. Inhale, step the right foot forward to meet the left. Come to a flat back, and then exhale and fold over straight legs. Now inhale, soften the knees, press the feet down, lift the arms up, up, and exhale, back to the heart, bowing, connecting, creating union between the breath, the movement, the mind, the body. Now, we can take a little time to There we go. Come into some warrior pose. So step right foot back and bend the left knee, leaning on the knee for a moment as you ground down through the legs and feet. And hold that energy strong with muscular energy through the hips, the buttocks, the lower abdomen. Stay rooted into the ground with your legs. Bring the backs of the hands together in front. Now circle up on the inhale, open the elbows, and exhale, round forward. So continuous flow to loosen up the shoulders. I always hear interesting noises in my shoulders when I do these. But I have to every morning just to undo what the nice rest did. To loosen up each morning. Okay, bring the arms up into warrior. And bring the hands down to the front knee and start to fold over the left hip. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back, and exhale, lifting the navel, straightening the knee, maybe sliding the hands down. Knowing you can relax on the inhalation and realign to fine-tune. And then continue deepening the stretch on your exhalation as your body becomes more flexible through deep breaths. Bringing the right fingertips to press down underneath the right shoulder. I'm going to twist to the left and open the left arm in a revolve triangle. And try and draw the left hip crease back. Push the left foot forward. And then look down, release that, and step the right foot up to meet the left. Fold, exhaling head to toes. And then inhale, rising up, lift the arms. And exhale, rest them to your side. Step the left foot back for warrior. Bend the right knee and lean on that as you look at your feet, sense through the soles of the feet. And when you're solidly grounded in the feet, bring the hands up. All right, we're going to start with our shoulder movement. So circle, complete breaths. Inhaling, opening the chest, and exhaling, rounding the back, shoulders. So you get the full degree of movement restored into the shoulders, neck. All right. Now lifting the arms up over the shoulders for warrior. Draw the navel in. Press the left heel down. And working in union with the breath. Create this pose that has meaning and value to you. Doesn't have to look like anyone else's. If it's a good, strong relationship, positive, you're benefiting. Good. Bring the hands down to the front knee and fold forward for pyramid. Inhale, lengthen the neck, relax the shoulders, and exhale, deepen the forward bend. Squeeze and lift the kneecap up, tensing this quadricep muscle, pulling the thigh bone up into the hip socket. And over a series of breaths, gradually working your hands down the leg to touch the mat or to blocks. Relaxing the knee on the inhalation. And then lengthening that right leg as the exhalation draws the navel to the spine. And bringing the left hand under the left shoulder, revolve triangle. Sweep the right arm out to the side, draw the arm bone into the shoulder blade connect into the back. Use that integration to stay connected. Keep breathing. Last breath fully in. And release it out. Right hand coming down, so the left foot will step forward to meet the right. Inhale to a flat back. And then exhale, fold and straighten the legs. Uttanasana. Bring the feet close together, thighs touching. Bend the knees, squat down in the hips. Raise the arms into chair pose, Utkatasana. Okay, I'm going to face here. Good. Seeing everybody. Inhale to the fingertips. Exhale to the core of the navel. Great. Now inhale, stand up, straight legs, palms together. Anjali Mudra at the heart. Draw the shoulder blades in, strengthen through the core, and focus on a spot in front of you for reference. Come back down into chair. All right, now we're going to twist and hook the right elbow over the left knee. Okay, and lift the left shoulder back, twist, and look to the left. Good. Return to the center. Fold forward. Straighten the legs to rest. Now, again, into chair. Bend the knees. Squat down with the hips. Hands to prayer. Twist to the right side now with the left elbow crossing over the right knee. Good. And draw the shoulder blades down, integrate them, connect them to the ribs. Squeeze the legs together for connection. Okay, and fold forward to release. Inhale up to stand, lifting the arms and touching the palms. Good job. And rest the arms. Just take a wide stance into star pose. And spread the arms above the shoulders. Spread the fingers and radiate all the way to the periphery on the inhalation. And condense into your core with the exhalation. Integrating union. And folding forward. Hinge at the hips. You can start with hands on the knees. And eventually work your way down to fingertips on the floor with knees bent. And then eventually straightening the knees, exhaling, crown of the head pointed down. Relaxing the knees on the inhale if you want to realign or fine-tune your alignment. With exhalation, deepen the forward bend. Take one more complete breath. And with your next inhale, soften the knees, lift the shoulders, back up to stand, and spin the toes out. Pivot the toes out 45 degrees, come down now into goddess pose, squatting down with the hips, but not folding forward with the shoulders, keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips. And with chin mudra, connecting tip of the thumb to the first fingertip. Maybe deepening on the exhalation. Just squat down lower with more core strength. Maybe naturally applying Mula Bandha as you go deeper. Last complete breath there. And straightening the legs, come up. Rest. All right, now warrior two, turn the left toes to the front of the mat. The right toes 90 degrees to the side. Okay, lengthen, open the arms, and then bend the left knee. All right, great. And reach back just as much as you're reaching forward so we don't end up in one of these poses. We have balance and we're connected to the back side of our body as much as the front. Okay. Lift the left palm, straighten the left leg, and lengthen that whole left side of the body as you're still pressing down through the right side, lifting the ribs up and the eyes up. A little reverse warrior before we come into triangle pose. Now the left hand windmills down to the left leg and the right arm reaching up. Start up close to the knee so that you can align the shoulders and the back and the neck. And on the exhalation, gradually and incrementally deepen the pose without sacrificing the alignment, without losing that connection of the breath and the body. The breath maintains an integral participation into this pose. All right, let's come into half moon. Bring the right hand to the right hip. Tap the back foot in so that you're balanced now on the front leg, and the left fingertips can steady you on the floor. Open the right hip, extend the right arm, and from the core and the navel, press down through the standing leg, and lengthen the arms, widen the shoulders. Good, and then rest as you're finished. Both feet to the front of the mat, with the knees bent and ragdoll. Shaking out any tension, a little swaying movement, like an elephant sweeping its trunk side to side. And if you're ready, rise again. Stand, lift the arms. And exhale, hands to the heart, making that connection of bowing mind and heart together. Now we'll step the left foot back for warrior two. I'll just face the opposite direction and open the arms there. Inhale, lifting the heart, broadening the chest. And exhale, finding connection through muscular energy to engage the inner thighs, the pelvic floor. Connecting the breath with the pose. So there's an elasticity in the pose. We don't get too rigid. And then reverse the warrior, right palm lift up. And straighten the right leg. Lengthen both legs. Now they're both straight. The ribs lifting up out of the waist. And windmill the right hand over and down to the right leg. Start at the knee and gradually work your way down without sacrificing the opening in the chest. The connection, the shoulder blades into the back. And that deep connection of the breath, participating and engaged in this creative exercise. Now let's practice our half moon balance. Bring the left hand down to the left hip as you walk the back foot in and balance on the right leg. The left leg will lift up parallel to the mat and turn the toes out 90 degrees to the side. When the hips are stacked, align the shoulders, stacking the left shoulder over the right. Press down from the core and the navel into that standing leg. Give yourself power and connection to the earth. And now rest and bring the left foot down next to the right and fold forward, ragdoll. And rest down onto your knees and camel pose. Here, I'll turn to the side. Hands to the buttocks or the lower back. And roll the shoulders back. Connect the shoulder blades into the spine. And then squeeze the buttocks and the thighs. Lift up the heart. And arch back, hopefully touching the heels with the hands. And pressing the hips forward. Now, sweep the arms up to the sky, lift through the thumbnails, and sit down in the hips, and down to the heels, bowing forward with the head to child's pose. And walk the hands back, lift the shoulders up, and sitting between the heels in Virasana. And stretch deeper in the quads by walking the hands back. And you can turn the fingertips towards the back of the mat, lift up the chest, and try to lift the hips. You can sit on the heels and lower the elbows to the mat, reclining deeper towards the back of your head, touching, and the knees still pressing forward and down. This is Supta Virasana, reclining hero. And if you're in reclining hero, press the elbows down, lift the head up, and release. That's the hardest part, getting out of that one. We'll come back to our table pose. And step the right foot through to the front. Bring that right arm inside, walk the right toes to the outer edge. Into lizard lunge, deepening with the exhale, bend the elbows. And expanding with the inhale, lengthening the spine. And some yogis, after a bit of stretching, can get the elbows to rest on the mat. Now, let's twist our monkey. Lift the shoulders up and keep the left hand, left fingertips on the mat under the left shoulder, and bend the left knee. Twist, look back over the right shoulder, and the right hand is reaching back to bind that left foot, or pretend to, if you're just pretending, you can just open the shoulders, look back over the right shoulder. Now, release them and step the right foot back. We'll bring the left foot forward to lizard. Walk the right knee back. Inhale, straighten the arms, lengthen the neck and spine. And with the exhale, tighten the tummy, engage Mula Bandha, strengthen the inner thighs, and be flexible enough to breathe in the pose, to unite the movement and the breath. If you're ready to try a twisted monkey, we'll just lift the shoulders, press down through the right hand, and open the left shoulder, looking back to that left hand. You can go to that level or bend the right knee and bind the left hand to the right foot, starting to open the chest again and connect the shoulder blades into the back. And finishing that, release, And bring both legs forward into seated Sukhasana. Be up on the blanket for this, so we can be comfortable for a few minutes in our Sukhasana while we practice Nadi Shodhanam. Okay, this pranayama is a way of uniting the right and left energy channels, the Ida and Pingala. Okay, so the sun and moon, right, are connecting these energies with alternate nostril breathing. So Vishnu Mudra is folding the first two fingers into the palm and using the thumb and last two fingers to alternatively open or close the nostrils. You don't need a lot of force here, it's just a light touch. Start with a straight back, shoulders wide, and inhale through both nostrils and fill your lungs. At the top of the inhale, close the left, start exhaling right. Inhale right. The top of the inhale, switch and exhale left. Inhale left. The top of the inhale, switch and exhale right. And you're just going to continue this at your own comfortable pace, taking complete breaths in, switching at the top of the inhale, and complete breaths out. Try to keep the spine straight, good posture, so your lungs can fill to their capacity. And empty all that breath out on the exhale. Take one more round on each side. And as you're finished, just let the hands rest on the knees. And open the legs to a wide angle. Draw the lower back in as you lift the front of the shoulders up. Head of the arm bones connect into the shoulder sockets. And then hinge at the hips. Fold forward. Make that connection of the thigh bones drawing up into the hip sockets. And fold gradually, matching the breath to the movement. The movement to the breath. Anjali Mudra with the hands creates a point for the third eye to rest on the back of the thumbs. And as you press the third eye down against the thumbs, it makes it easier to fold forward. Now inhale, lift all the way up. And bend the right knee. Extend the left leg forward, Janu Shirshasana. Okay? So, talking about Mula Bandha, you have variations in this pose which will assist you in identifying and engaging Mula Bandha. This may be just energetically toning and lifting the pelvic floor as you exhale and come forward about halfway. Or, as an option, try to put the heel right into that perineum. Well, and now you're getting this physical feedback where you're also contracting in the pelvic floor, and there's pressure there as well. So you don't come all the way into a deep forward fold. You come about halfway, so that there's more awareness in how we're holding Mula Bandha. And maybe that's painful on your ankle. You don't want to do this. I understand. You can desensitize that over time. And release up to a straight back. Come off the heel. So some variations, the toes are even curled back and the heel twisted up. Like, it's really amazing what some people do with their bodies. Don't injure your knees, don't hurt your ankles, just try and find the pelvic floor muscles that are required for that Mula Bandha, the root lock. So maybe you're doing it with the ankle flat on the side here, and just coming halfway and strengthening those pelvic floor muscles as you engage Mula Bandha progressively on the exhalation and lessen it on the inhalation. Just to try, see what it's like. Come onto the heel, get a little more. This is also a pose recommended for the monks to maintain their celibacy. So cutting off a little circulation there. All right, release out of your forward fold and recline onto the back once again. Hug one knee, the right knee, into the chest while lengthening the left leg on the floor. And extend right leg to the sky. Hold the back of the thigh. And soften the knee, tuck the shoulder blades under the back. And on your exhale, straighten the leg, press the thigh into the hands. And over a series of breaths, try walking the hands up closer to the ankle without lifting the head or shoulders. Now some yogis will grab the big toe with the toe lock of the right hand. Now we're going to open the right leg sideways. Opening to the right, while keeping the left hip down. Left hand can press down on that left hip. And roll, twist the right leg up and over to the left side. So switch hands, hold with the left hand as you roll onto the left hip. And turn your head and look over the right shoulder while you press down through the outer left hip. Bend the knees and roll flat onto your back. And then extend the right leg and lift the left leg. Hold the back of the left thigh. Inhale, tuck the shoulder blades under, and on the exhale, straighten the knee and lengthen. And just gradually increase the stretch to your capacity to take complete breaths in and complete breaths out. Never losing connection to the breath. Open the left leg to the left side, letting it widen over to the left, and pressing down through the right hip so that doesn't lift up. Now, I'm going to switch sides. The left leg lifts up and crosses over to the right. And the right hand takes care of it as it rolls onto the outer right hip. Break things and get them back into place. It's okay. And now release onto your flat back, and you can finish our finishing series of hugging the knees into the chest, or happy baby, or just rolling around like a kid on the floor, like a rocking chair back and forth, whatever your body craves. And the final stretch. And then start to roll down onto your back with the legs wide. Star pose on your back. Widen the hands and arms, the legs, the toes, everything expanding, radiating, connecting with the world around us. And now, returning back to your center and resting into Shavasana. So if you're ready, cooling down, put on additional warmth, blankets or sweaters. Yeah, go ahead. No, the middle one. There, that's it. No, that's all. That's good. And I think I have to go off here. Let's hope this works somewhat. After 3 years, I'm still learning about this technology.
Continuing revolution.
All right. So now letting your body rest in corpse pose, Shavasana. Connecting once more with the earth, that earth element at the base of the spine and Muladhara chakra. The seed mantra, the bija mantra is Lam. Lam. Now allowing your body to rest fully and completely. Allowing the floor to hold you safe, secure. Thinking these affirmations: I am safe. I am secure. I trust life. I am grounded. I am centered. I take care of myself. I am powerful. I am strong. I am rooted. I am confident. The student-teacher prayer connecting us. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinanaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we give strength to one another. And may our study be filled with radiance. And may there be no jealousy among us. Om, peace, peace, peace. Now, starting to deepen your breath, reawaken in your body, movement, the muscles, to then turn and roll over onto your right side in a fetal position, allowing your mind time to fully return to a waking, conscious state. Connecting mind and body to return into upright, seated position. I love the connection that we've all formed with one another here in this room and online. I bow to this deep and positive connection. Namaste.